The truth is, there's a technique that offers a totally different perspective on how to get healthy plants. It's a method that doesn't just give the plant a temporary snack, but helps rebuild the entire soil ecosystem. It's a different philosophy from the mainstream agricultural model, which is built on selling products. They sell you a product. Today, we're talking about a process, a living solution. This is the story of the microbial army hiding in a single grain of rice and how you can use it to bring your soil back to life. Let's be honest, we've all been there. You follow the directions on the fertilizer bag perfectly. You get a quick burst of green, and for a minute, you think you've nailed it. But it doesn't take long for the problems to come back. The leaves start to yellow, the plants look weak, and the soil feels more like lifeless dust than before. So, you add more fertilizer. This is the chemical treadmill, and it's a cycle that often benefits the seller more than the soil. Here's the issue. An over-reliance on synthetic NPK fertilizers, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, can be like giving your plants an energy drink. They get a short-term jolt of specific nutrients, but it does little for the soil itself. In fact, overuse can cause harm. These chemical salts can disrupt the delicate balance of the ground, harming the very microorganisms that create true, long-term fertility. Think of healthy soil as a busy city, full of trillions of workers like bacteria, fungi, and earthworms. This community is the soil's real engine. They break down organic matter into nutrients your plants can actually use. They build a spongy structure that holds water and air. They even form partnerships with plant roots, trading nutrients for sugars and helping protect the plant from disease. When we constantly douse our gardens in high concentrations of synthetic chemicals, we risk disrupting that city. The soil can become a sterile medium, dependent on the next chemical fix. It loses its ability to hold moisture, its structure weakens, and it becomes more vulnerable to erosion and disease. We've been taught to treat soil like a simple container for plants, where we have to keep adding factory-made inputs. We forgot that soil is supposed to be alive, and when it's alive, it can support our plants better than any chemical cocktail. So, how can we reboot that system? How do we repopulate that struggling city with a vibrant new workforce? This is exactly what farming traditions, modernized in practices like Korean natural farming, KNF, have focused on. KNF, as we know it today, was developed by Master Cho Han-kyu starting in the 1960s, who built upon traditional fermentation methods. The secret wasn't a new fertilizer, it was a method to cultivate and use a microbial army. A key recruit was a group of beneficial microbes called lactic acid bacteria, or LAB. Lactic acid bacteria are everywhere. They're on plants, in our digestive systems, and they're the stars of fermentation in foods, from yogurt to kimchi. In the soil, they're power players. Lab are fantastic at breaking down organic matter, which helps unlock nutrients that are already in the soil but are chemically locked up. They produce organic acids that can solubilize minerals like phosphate, making them available for plants to absorb. They also act as a natural form of pest control by creating a slightly acidic environment and producing their own antimicrobial compounds. They can suppress harmful pathogens that cause root rot and other diseases. Think of them as the soil's cleanup crew and construction team. This is the big shift in thinking. Instead of force-feeding the plant, we're creating the conditions for the soil to feed itself and, in turn, feed the plant. We're moving from a simple chemistry set to a living, breathing biological system, and the simplest way to start cultivating this microbial army begins with that cloudy water you usually pour down the drain after washing rice. This process is incredibly simple, and you likely have everything you need at home already. It's a foundational technique in Korean natural farming and is often called making a lab serum. Step 1. Collect your microbe starter. First, you need to wash uncooked rice. Any kind will do. Put about 1 cup of rice in a clean jar with 2 cups of non-chlorinated water. If you only have tap water, just let it sit out for 24 hours so the chlorine can evaporate. Shake that jar vigorously for a minute or two. You want to wash the starches off the rice. The water will get cloudy and milky white. This starchy water is the perfect first meal to attract and grow the lactic acid bacteria that are naturally on the rice and in the air. Strain the rice out. You can still cook and eat it and keep the cloudy water. Pour this rice wash into a clean jar. filling it about 2/3 of the way. Step 2. The first fermentation. Cover the jar with something breathable, like a coffee filter or cheesecloth, and secure it with a rubber band. Don't seal it tight. This keeps bugs and dust out but lets gases escape. Put the jar in a cool, dark place, like a cupboard, for 3 to 7 days. The temperature matters. Warmer will be faster. You'll notice the mixture starts to separate and get a slightly sweet and sour smell, kind of like pickles or yogurt. That sour smell means it's working. The lactic acid bacteria are multiplying. If it smells truly rotten, something went wrong and you should toss it and start over. Studies have shown that fermenting rice wash for about 3 days can significantly boost the population of beneficial bacteria and their ability to help cycle and solubilize key nutrients. Step 3. Supercharge with milk. After a few days, you'll have a good starter culture. To make a purer and more concentrated lab serum, the next step is to supercharge it with milk. The lactose in milk is an ideal food source that helps the lactic acid bacteria multiply and outcompete other stray microbes. Carefully draw off the liquid from the middle layer of your fermented rice wash, trying to avoid the film on top and the sediment on the bottom. A turkey baster is perfect for this. Now, in a bigger container, mix your starter with milk at a 1:10 ratio. So, for 1 cup of starter, you'll add 10 cups of milk. You need to use animal milk here because plant-based milks don't have the lactose these specific bacteria thrive on. Cover this new mix loosely again and let it sit in a dark place for another 3 to 7 days. During this time, you'll see a big change. The milk will separate into solid white curds that float on top and a translucent, yellowish liquid below. That yellow liquid is your prize. It's a concentrated serum packed with billions of living lactic acid bacteria. Carefully scoop the curds off the top. But don't throw them out. The curds are basically a simple probiotic cheese. You can feed them to animals or add them to your compost pile. Strain the yellow LAB serum into a clean bottle. You can store it in the fridge with the lid loose for a few months. For long-term storage at room temperature, mix the serum with an equal amount of brown sugar or molasses. This puts the bacteria into a dormant state, ready to wake up when you dilute them in water later. Section 4. Application and proof, bringing your soil to life. Now that you have your microbial army, it's time to put it to work. The most important rule is to always dilute it. This stuff is potent. A standard dilution is 1 to 1,000, which is about 1 milliliter of LAB serum per liter of water, or roughly half a teaspoon per gallon. You can use a similar dilution for a foliar spray to protect plant leaves. Apply the diluted solution as a soil drench around the base of your plants, soaking the root zone. Do this once a week or every couple of weeks. The lactic acid helps make the soil slightly more acidic, which can unlock nutrients, especially in alkaline soils. What you're doing isn't fertilizing in the old sense. You are inoculating, you are reintroducing the life that may have been diminished by chemicals and neglect. The results can be really impressive. Gardeners who use this method often report that compacted, tired soil becomes darker, looser, and spongier over time. Plants tend to show stronger stems, greener leaves, and better resilience to drought and disease. One study found that using fermented rice water led to better germination rates and longer roots and shoots in coriander plants. Other studies confirm that the microbes and nutrients in fermented rice water from both white and brown rice can significantly improve plant growth and soil health. These microbes get to work right away. They speed up the breakdown of organic matter, turning it into valuable humus. They improve soil structure, creating channels for air and water. And by taking up space, they create an environment where disease-causing pathogens struggle to take hold. It's a full system reboot. You aren't just giving the plant a fish, you're teaching the whole ecosystem how to fish for itself.
The idea that we need giant factories to grow our food is being challenged. We're realizing that instead of fighting against nature, we can work with it. We need to feed the soil and let the soil feed the plant. This simple technique with rice is more than just a gardening trick. It's a reminder that the power to create abundance and regenerate our land is accessible to all of us. It's not locked away in a patent or an expensive product. It's alive and all around us. The health of our soil is a direct reflection of our own health. By helping the microbial life beneath our feet, we're not just growing a better garden, we're planting the seeds for a healthier future. So, Here's a challenge for you. Don't just take my word for it. Try it yourself. The next time you make rice, save that cloudy water. Make a small batch of this liquid gold. Pick one patch of your garden or one sad-looking houseplant and see what happens when you stop feeding it just chemicals and start giving it life. If you're ready to reclaim the power to heal your own piece of the earth, subscribe for more practical techniques and let me know in the comments. Are you going to try this? Share your journey, your questions, and your results. Let's grow together.